Hello, hello, and welcome back as we prepare for a little post-touchdown rejoicing in Perfidious Pete plays XCOM, The Long War. And while our shenanigans are basically guaranteed to draw a flag for excessive celebration, especially since Lindsay Lohan and Mel Gibson are chasing a nude, tequila-coated Paris Hilton around the barracks screaming, "Body shots! Body shots! Body shots!" I do still honestly feel that our last episode's triumph warrants at least a modicum of jubilation. Largely because, thanks to us and our dedicated and persevering efforts, Earth is now alien-free for the first time in more than a year. That's right, folks. If you look here, you'll see not a single one of these countries has withdrawn from the Council. Everybody still on board. And like an inmate fresh out of the Hooskow, a little brash behavior and overindulgence on the part of our troopers is honestly to be expected. In fact, the jubilatory spirit has infected me as well, and I am going to do a little bit of base maintenance and indulge in some expensive yet nearly useless upgrades that I've overlooked for a good long while now. So we're going to head to the officer training school, and since we do have a fat stack of available cash and almost nothing to spend it on, we are going to purchase ourselves some officer upgrades. I don't know if we should buy a commanding officer. I mean, we may be over-promoting. Pretty sure I'm the only commander around here, at any rate. Anyway, we've got some open billets now, so somebody's going to become a field commander. Let's find out who that person is, assuming we have someone who can fill the gig. I'm guessing Mel Gibson. No? Oh, okay. Can Mel Gibson be a colonel? What do you say, Uncle Mel? Feel like being a colonel? Oh yeah, Mel Gibson's down with being a colonel. Band of warriors, not that great. +5 will and +5 defense. That's actually quite good. Yeah, we're going to take Esprit de Corps. Alright, so Uncle Mel getting another shiny medal pinned on his chest, which is good, because had we given that medal to someone else, he likely would have stabbed them in a vicious knife fight. Mel Gibson prone to defending his territory violently when necessary. That's why it's dangerous to visit the Gibson compound. Mel Gibson, however, cannot be promoted to our highest rank, huh? Alright then. Do we have anyone else that can be promoted to colonel? Perhaps maybe an Amanda Bynes or possibly a Rihanna? Rihanna can be promoted. Well, let's promote Brianna then, and we'll give her Esprit de Corps as well. So promotions abounding, and I am spending here like a drunken sailor on shore leave. I'm just throwing away these rewards, but given the dedication and just raw nerve and stick-to-itiveness that many of our troopers have displayed, I really feel that a number of these promotions pretty well merited. Sean No Angel Pen, of course, not getting a promotion. Captain Amanda Bynes, hell yes, you deserve a promotion, my dear. Absolutely. And you will get So Shall You Fight. Specifically, you shall fight with General Mr. Jiggles, or rather Dr. General Mr. Jiggles. I keep forgetting that he's completed his medical degree and is now a full-fledged doctor, and able to perform as many unnecessary surgeries as he chooses. So he also gets really pissed when you don't do his full title. I mean, he wants that doctor in there. It's got to be Dr. General Mr. Jiggles. Otherwise, he gets pretty damn snarky. So let's see what else we can do. We can't make any more captains. Or rather, we can't make any more majors. Can we make a new captain? Maybe a Sean No Angel Pen? Absolutely, you deserve a promotion, No Angel. Your leadership on that last mission clearly has determined for the world that you are now suited to lead men and women into combat. They could follow you to the beaches, throughout the seas. They might even follow you into water for a change now that you've finally proven yourself. What else have we got? Who else may need a promotion? What about Hugh Jacksman? Oh, Hugh Jacksman already promoted. Alright then. Jean-Claude, not quite available yet. We got anybody else who can take a promotion? Doesn't really look like it. Or at least no one who can take a promotion that I'm actually willing to promote at this time. So all of our lieutenants are filled. Let's see if we can make any new captains now that we've got some new lieutenants. It's possible, not necessarily likely. Huge Axeman? No? Alright. No Jean-Claude, no. Alright, so they're not going to let us do any more of those. Can we get maybe a new major now that we've got more underlings? I'm thinking perhaps Amanda Bynes in the role of major. She is the very modern of a modern major general. She's got information, animal, vegetable, and crazy ass. Alright, well that looks like all our promotions are going to be taken care of. We're not going to be able to promote anyone any further. Unless we can make Uncle Mel our field commander, maybe? Just maybe? Mel? No? No? Alright, Mel, buddy. Apparently Mel's been promoted as highly as he's willing to be promoted. He feels that he's finally reached peak level. He doesn't want to challenge my authority because he realized I could crush his virtual ass in a moment's notice. I will feed him to a mutant. Mel knows when he's actually run up against the real alpha dog, and I'm not talking about Justin Timberlake. But I digress. So my slew of cash spending and promotions has largely emptied our bank account, and that's fine. We've got a number of projects underway. Really, we're just waiting for some Illyrium at this point, so let's get scanning and see if maybe we can come up with some. Ooh, our hyperwave relay is almost done. I'm tempted. I don't really think we have a use for stasis tanks any longer. But I don't really care. Yeah, you know what? Fine. You can have them. I don't need them. Don't really care. 2 scientists, whatever. Tactical rigging is really the thing I'm most concerned about at this point. I want to see that tactical rigging done. Alright, so there's our hyperwave relay build. Excellent. Doesn't really seem to be doing much necessarily, just spinning. Sort of reminds me of the Star Drive engine from Event Horizon. I wonder if we're about to open a portal to hell in our own base. That doesn't necessarily seem like it would be the wisest idea. So scan with the hyperwave relay is our next priority, huh? I guess we'll go ahead and do that. So we've got tactical sensors. Not entirely sure what that does, but we'll take a peek at it in a moment, I'm sure. No, I'm not trading Cyberdisk Rex for engineers. Cyberdisk Rex are one of the rarest things that we have that we actually need. We actually need those Cyberdisk Rex. They go in a consumable. I think they're in either the AIM or the Dodge, I forget. But we don't have a whole lot of them. We can't really spare those, especially not for a meager 2 engineers. I wouldn't trade the shit out of our latrines for 2 engineers at this point. And certainly not for 45 credits. I just wasted like 600.
Contact detected.
Alright, well, Justin Beebster back on duty. After his near-death experience, Justin has a newfound belieb in the afterlife, now convinced that he is the Messiah, returned to rescue everyone from themselves. He is here to save the world, folks. We got a large UFO NOE over Japan. We don't really have an interceptor that's going to be capable of bringing that bad boy down. Also, if this is going to land, NOE lends me, I kind of feel this is probably going to be an abduction mission. But if it's not, and it does, this UFO does land, I'm actually cool with assaulting a landed large UFO. I really could use the Illyrium. So we're going to send Pointer Sewell up just to give this craft a wave. A little how do you do. A little bit of a how's your father.
Engaging bogey.
And he's not even going to fire a shot. Just take the cheap panic reduction and split. Old Avalanche there. I think that's his nickname, honestly. I don't forget. I don't recall, actually. Don't really care. Some newbie, no kills. Crappy weapons, but smart enough to engage the enemy, realize he was well outmatched, and immediately retreat, proving that discretion is the best part of valor, and this is an abduction mission.
Commander, we've picked up multiple requests
Swarming
for
activity doesn't really have
Abductions
me
in
filled
progress
with
are marked on the hologram.
glee, but nothing we haven't handled before. So let's head to Fukuoka, Japan, and get to work here. An urban block, several buildings, and a large combat zone. Alright then, so since we're on an urban block, a sniper probably will not go awry. My guess is this is probably going to be the laundromat, because it's always the laundromat, guys. It's always the laundromat. I'm at this point beginning to be convinced that laundry detergent for the aliens is some kind of huge narcotic, like they snort powdered Tide and they just get all up in their shit. I mean, it's like crack to them, basically. Liquid Tide, you don't even want to get started on that, man. They will tear your arms and legs off for a single dose of Liquid Tide. They're like the world's most aggressive crackhead when it comes to that shit. Anyway, Uncle Mel will probably hold us in pretty good stead, and we'll give him a chance to try out his new combat leadership abilities. Gonna be Gauss long rifle scope, high capacity mags, little Banshee armor. Uncle Mel, ready to roll. Backing up Uncle Mel, we are gonna want a quality infantry trooper. Now, both Lindsay and Sean, of course, a little bit sleepy, and actually I think Sean Penn is hurt. Yeah, oh, nope, just a little bit sleepy. Alright, after their most recent triumph, could send the Real Steel out. Don't really feel that Real Steel's level of invention is necessary. We already have an officer on the mission. Then again, we may still send him anyway. You know what? Let's send. We can get by with Jean-Claude. That's fine. We'll give him a little van damage. Collateral van damage. And for van dam, then, let's go ahead and tote him with our plasma carbine. Why not? Make a little guy feel good. Arc thrower, laser sight. That's got Jean-Claude sorted. Gonna want a scout, of course, and an assault trooper. And Reb, how close are you to level, buddy? We really would like another guy pretty damn close. Alright, so we are going to send the Rebinator then. Reb Brown's going to be carrying our Titan armor, and of course, in honor of his fallen comrade, the Mighty Pink, he will be carrying the Can't Take Me Home commemorative alloy cannon into battle, looking to get a little payback for what those alien bastards did to the beloved pop star. Going to be a chem grenade and an arc thrower to complete Reb's kit. That's got him sorted. Assault Trooper going to tag along with Reb. I think Matt, not today. Lauer. No. We don't need you, Lauer. Sorry. One, I'm pissed off at you for what you did a couple missions ago, denying us a chance at a heavy plasma rifle. Yeah, I don't think I forgot, Matt. You might go where in the world is Matt Lauer and try to hide your shame, but you can't hide from me. I have global scanners and a hyperwave relay. There is no hiding from me, sir. I will find you. I digress. Anyway, we're sending Sir Sidney Portier in his place. Sir Sidney still has a use for experience, whereas Matt Lauer does not. Also, Sir Sidney knows no shame, whereas Matt Lauer, well, he knows what he did. Don't say that Sir Sidney knows no shame. Sir Sidney Portier has great deals of shame. Why, many are the role in my life I've accepted that I sincerely regret. Come on, Sir Sidney, that's just false modesty. We know you don't regret anything you've ever done. Damn, Skippy! False modesty be damned. Fuck you. Sir Sidney is the greatest actor who has ever walked the earth. That's what we've come to expect from Sir Sidney. Now, since we do have a swarming level of alien activity, I wouldn't mind having maybe a couple of our top kicks on here. Jesse James, how close are you to level? Also very close. You know what? We're going to send the Tool Pusher as well, then. A little bit of Aegis armor, and let's go, you know what? We'll give Jesse the Slim Shady Memorial Slug Slinger. He's proven himself a capable hand with a weapon. He can probably handle it. Won't shame Eminem's memory. Or at least won't cause Eminem to rise from the grave and destroy him in a lyrical post-mortem rap contest. We wouldn't want to see that, although it would, would be pretty cool to see a ghost rap off. But anyway, last time we did an abduction mission and didn't take a medic, that sort of came back to bite us in the ass, and that's not a mistake that we are going to repeat. So we're going to get a gunner and a medic to complete our kit here, and Joss Whedon's max rank. You can stay at home and work on the script for the next Avengers movie, Whedon. We're going to take Lady Gaga instead. Now, for the Gogster, debating whether or not I want to have her take... I think we'll go with the mobility build for the Gogster. So it's going to be Aegis armor. We're going to go with the Pulse Auto Blaster. A little bit of rapid fire, of course, is available on Lady Gaga, and she has proven herself to be quite reliable. So nothing less than a platinum performance and a platinum album every time Lady Gaga goes into the studio. We're gonna rely on her to hold up her end of the deal. The Scarecrow Bieber is available, but honestly, I feel this might be a better mission. You know what? No, we're taking Crisp the Surgeon Brown on this one. This is a punitive Chris Brown deployment right here. We're going to show you precisely what happens when you refuse to go on missions that you're supposed to be going on, Chris Brown. Last time cost a trooper their life. This time, you'll be there just in case. I don't expect you to contribute much, but you're still going, so don't give me any of that lazy bullshit, Chris Brown. I don't care if you did take a picture of yourself in a big giant green body stocking and hanging your wang all across the internet. That doesn't get any kind of weight with me. It doesn't carry any weight, sir. You got a job to do. You goddamn well get out there and do it. And for our final unit, I think we'll take a mech trooper, but not necessarily one of our greatest mech troopers. We can probably get by with somebody a little less than amazing. Ashley Olsen is back on duty. I'm actually kind of leaning towards Charlie Hunnam, despite his miserable aim and generally poor performance overall. I kind of feel that maybe Charlie is finally due to get something done for us, so... Charlie's going in. He'll be wearing, not the mech, he's wearing our Mech 2 suit. Gonna be carrying a railgun. Gonna give him the proximity mine launcher, a little bit of flamethrower, some Illyrium turbos to help with his speed, and weapon gyros to help his, let's face it, miserable aim. And that's a team, folks. Not a good team, but a team. So much like, say, the Indianapolis Colts. Or, you know, if you want to go a little more homegrown, you could say like the Jaguars. Although, really, these guys aren't that bad. I think the Colts is a more inapt analogy. But, anyway. Off we go. Maybe the Atlanta Falcons. I don't know. They're a team, but not a good team. Sort of like this. One could always make the obligatory Chicago Cubs reference, but honestly, that's like tipping a crippled kid out of his wheelchair. Making fun of the Cubs is that's punching down, folks. It's not cool, man. If you know somebody who's a Cubs fan, first off, advise them to seek help. And as a Cubs fan myself, I can say, you know, help is necessary. There's no getting over it without professional assistance, and there's no shame in admitting that you have a problem with enjoying the baseball of the Chicago Cubs. But do please seek help. And if you know someone who is a Cubs fan,
You'll be heading into Japan for
help
the
them
next
help
mission.
themselves. Also,
Local
laundromat.
government
Called that
forces
shit,
have
didn't I?
reported a coordinated
It's
alien
always a
attack in
laundromat.
densely populated neighborhood. They're counting on us to secure the area.
I absolutely declare that the aliens are addicted to they're addicted to the laundry detergent. That's all it is. They have a huge problem. That's what this whole invasion is about, actually. They just want Tide. Could be fabric softener. Maybe they're hooked on Downy. They just can't get enough of its sweet, fluffy softness in their clothes. Although I haven't seen any of the aliens wear clothes, so that doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. But
Strike one has the green light for deployment.
I gotta assume at this time it's some kind of crippling addiction that's bringing the aliens to our planet, and that laundry somehow factors into their problem. Maybe they should be the ones seeking help and leaving our poor Cubs fans alone. Anyway, let's get started here. Uncle Mel, why don't you flip up to the old roof there and check it out. See anything? No, Uncle Mel got eyes on nothing. Not unexpected, but interesting nonetheless. So we're going to bring Uncle Mel over a little better cover. And I think we'll advance here, since the aliens clearly are after our detergent. It seems like heading to the spots where detergent would be the most prevalent is a wise move. So we're going to send Jean-Claude up, have him open this door. And it looks clear. Little overwatch for the VD master. And I don't mean Van Damme. I actually meant literally, you know, guy's got an STI. Overwatch for the surgeon. Gonna bring Charlie Hunnam over, have him peek in this window. Raleigh Beckett sees nothing.
Scanning.
And we'll put him and Gypsy Overwatch on, or Gypsy Danger rather. A little bit of Overwatch. We're gonna have Sir Sidney head on in. The tool pusher we're going to bring over here, specifically because I feel there's probably some units down this alley, and Jesse might be able to lend a little bit of grenade support. Immortal Madman Rab Brown is going to advance at a dash to there. Rab forced to walk because he left his enforcer at home. Poor guy. Tough day for him when he forgets to bring the enforcer. He has to walk around. Calgon outruns him at every opportunity. Spends most of his time shrieking like a woman. Ah! What do we got? Mutons we've heard so far. I heard some pitter-patter of little feet, possibly thin men. So let's have Jesse James just go take a peek down this alley, see if it's clear.
Enemy spotted.
It is not. What have we got? Sectoids, bunch of them. Some manner of mechtoid, not really a problem. Alright, Jesse, why don't you do a little bit of up and over here. And I'm going to deliberately throw this one a little bit long because I want to try and explode that truck if possible. If we can't maybe get a kill on Johnny Sectoid there. Alright, that actually worked out pretty well. Also, can't help but notice that Jesse James took an opportunity to steal Huge Axeman's line and call for the fastball special. That, Sony may have a few words for you, Jesse. That's not really cool, bro. Not really cool. So, just trying to get some folks into position to maybe get a shot at that drone. I think Jean-Claude may have a shot from here. He does not. Alright, it's going to be Overwatch then. We will bring the surgeon around to here. Just keep him in full maximum safety. We're going to do our best to not engage more than one pod at a time this time. I have a habit of popping everything on this map at once, which has not necessarily held us in the best regard. You know, we could have Charlie Hunnam go around the corner, but I don't necessarily feel that's his best move. Charlie has Bombard, and he can do some fantastic stuff for us here with the proximity mine. We're going to give him the opportunity to do it. So we're going to put the prox mine down, let's say right, yeah, which should trigger if that guy moves, and we'll kill his little sectoid buddy there.
Deployed.
So Charlie's got them pinned down, that's good. And we're going to move some units up here in a flanking position. You know what, we're just going to have Sir Sidney go straight for it. He's got close quarters combat. Any alien comes through that door is going to regret that decision. Toot sweet. We're going to send Red Brown up to support. The Gogster is the question of the day. I think we're just going to bring Lady Gaga here into full cover. If she doesn't have a shot, which she does not, we're going to put her on Overwatch. And then let's see how these alien bastards react. Looks like a mind link. Would have expected them to mind link that unit since he only has 1 health, but aliens must have caught a little bit of the Paris Hilton disease. They've been doing some drinking, and that drone made a critical mistake. Went in for the heal and paid the price right there. That's it's gonna make for a bad day. Also, that's going on his performance review. That's not gonna turn out well for the little drone.
Cover my fire.
And Jesse James just can't avoid a bullet. One of these days, that guy is gonna learn how to duck, but today is not that day.
No longer a threat.
A close quarters combat paying dividends there. Sir Sydney putting a smack down. Damn, Skippy! Nobody goes in Sir Sydney's back door. Sir Sydney does not roll that way. So Sir Sydney with some shocking homophobia there, surprisingly, and a mind fray for Jesse James. So Jesse taking, well, he's taken quite a bit of damage so far. That's not necessarily good. We're going to have Sir Sydney expose himself to a bit of risk. If there's another pod down here, this could be trouble, but it's not. Just going to be 2 kills for Sir Sydney. Good day to you, sir. And Sir Sydney showing some John F. Kennedy-style magic bullet shit there, curving that one behind him. This time, though, oh, man, right in the face. Jesus, Sir Sydney, that's fucking brutal, man. That's, I don't know, I kind of feel that was not necessarily called for. That was ugly, man. That was, ugh.
Heading to that location.
Sir Sydney, though, proving that he's not here to fuck around. Sir Sydney's here to kill bitches and chew bubblegum. And there's still plenty of bitches. I mean, Sir Sydney has gum left as well, but, you know, mostly he's here to kill bitches, and there's still plenty to be killed, so. Plus, he likes to save the gum as like a sort of a little after, you know, kind of like a celebratory little victory lap kind of thing. And that is every alien on the map, then, that we have spawned dead, so we've got an opportunity to do a little repositioning here. We're also going to take an opportunity to throw a little bit of heal at, little bit of healing at old tool pusher there. He took a pretty savage beating. Almost as bad as the one he took in Divorce Court, but not quite as bad, because let's face it, that was a fucking brutal beating. We're going to move the surgeon over and force him to do his job for a change. Meanwhile, we're going to send Uncle Mel out and see if perhaps Uncle Mel can get eyes on some new enemies for us. We're just going to move him here to the roof ledge. Uncle Mel sees nothing. Overwatch for him. Jesse James, you can take a quick... Take 5. Just take a knee, Jesse. I think you've earned it. You took a pretty brutal pounding there. Still have mutons out and about, and honestly, muton captures would be quite desirable. We would like to capture more than one if possible. A little bit of passion up here for Jesse James. That's got him ticked back down to just 1 below max. That's probably good enough for Jesse. We're going to have Uncle Mel advance, see if maybe he can get eyes on the enemy. Still no. Alright then. So it's going to be Overwatch for Uncle Mel. And we will do a little bit of regrouping here behind the bulk of Raleigh Beckett. Raleigh Beckett showing the coast still clear. Now, we did have swarming levels of activity. I would have expected a little stauncher resistance from the aliens, to be honest. Just a little bit of adjustment and a reload there for Sir Sydney. And the tool pusher, recently healed. We're going to move him up.
On the move.
Advance him to the corner. I wouldn't mind getting Jesse on the roof, if at all possible. And it looks like he might be able to go up that pipe. We'll probably have him do that. We're going to reposition then with JCVD and probably Red Brown as well. Just have them ready to spring out this door. Face first into our foes. We do want Reb close as possible because the Rebster is carrying our capture package and a chemical grenade, both things that are going to facilitate taking an alien alive. Lady Gaga with some mad serpentine action there, showing remarkable agility as she wove through the fire. Ah, she's like a fine maker of Persian carpets, bobbing and weaving, bobbing and weaving. We definitely have some aliens over in this vicinity. Something, so we've got probably mutons in this building, and then we have what sounds like thin men down this alley. But let's see if we can get the tool pusher to the rooftops. Up on the rooftop, quick, quick, quick. Down from the chimney comes a grenade. No, that doesn't rhyme. Anyway, Jesse James going to get in position, and I got to feel that this move from Uncle Mel is almost certain to pop a pod. I'm comfortable with that. So let's have Uncle Mel go take a peek. There we go. So what do we got? 3 mutons, at least 1 seeker. We can handle that. That's not anything overpowering. So it looks like 4 mutons actually in 1 seeker. Uncle Mel with the same chance to hit every single one of these chump stains. Debating whether we would prefer to have Uncle Mel take shots or whether we would have him just fall back and see if we can't get in a little bit better position for next turn.
Headed there now.
I'm going to have Lady Gaga move. Alright, so since Lady Gaga does not have vision on the enemy, I honestly feel our best bet is going to be to just go ahead and fall back with Uncle Mel. We're going to move the Surgeon over to there. We're going to leave Charlie Hunnam right where he's at, put him on Overwatch. And we're going to bring Sir Sidney up here, drop him into Overwatch as well.
Scanning.
Red Brown going to go on Overwatch, and for Uncle Mel, we are going to have him take a turn here just to fall back out of line of sight. Now, Uncle Mel is in the open, which does leave him somewhat vulnerable to that Seeker, but I don't anticipate the Seeker being able to make it this far in a single turn. Just seems unlikely. I didn't see a whole lot of reaction response time there from the Mutons, which leads me to believe they may not have done much in reply. Still no vision. Uncle Mel, what do we got over here? I don't even think they moved. If anything, they fell back. Possibly one snuck around that corner. We'll keep an eye on that. One of them might have come forward. We've got an opportunity then for Uncle Jesse, not of Dukes of Hazzard fame. Don't get, don't get excited. I think that guy's dead. Alright, so Uncle Jesse can see 3. Where's the third one? 1, 2... Alright, so the guy at the corner. Alright. So we're gonna take this... Are you kidding me, Jesse James? You can't get one down that far? Come on, buddy. That's, Alright, then. Well, on the plus side, if Jesse James can't get one down that far, that also means the aliens can't get one up that far. So we've got that going for us. Have Uncle Mel put a critical round right in a little bit of Muton face there. That looked painful, sir. Painful. So we are going to send Red Brown around this corner. My guess is there's probably a Muton hiding there. Oh, okay, guessed wrong. That guy would be interesting to capture. We need alien rifles. Reb is not necessarily in the... You know what? It's probably a little premature to go for the capture. Let's just go ahead and try to get Reb a coin flip kill with the flush shot. That's got him taken care of. Reb, of course, ensuring that that unit died tired. Probably not the best thing for him to decide to make a break for it.
On our way.
That's what they say, if you run, you're just going to die tired. We are going to send JCVD out. JC has a flank shot at what? That's almost too good to pass up. We're going to go ahead and take it. A critical here could net a kill. Well, a hit, but not a critical. That's alright. Now, that does put JC in a little bit of an unfortunate position regarding return grenade fire. He is going to be at a little bit of risk. Jesse does not have shots. That's unfortunate. We don't really have a great place to put... not a whole lot of opportunity there to properly employ our gunner. I'm tempted to bring a run and gun up to this crate. My concern is that the cover will get destroyed and Sir Sidney's going to get his ass blown to chunks. Let's bring Raleigh back it up and see what Raleigh can do, possibly with a proximity mine. Maybe? I don't think he's going to be able to get one out that far. Nope. No dice there, so it's just going to be Overwatch then for Raleigh Beckett. And we're going to risk it. We're going to go a little bit risky here. We are going to have Sir Sidney go for the run and gun. He's going to take cover behind that stack of crates. That is not good. That's not good at all. So Sir Sidney now in actually a very tight spot. He does have the flank shot, which not as good as I had hoped it would have been, but looks like a hit.
He's down.
We're going to put Jesse James on Overwatch then, and the Gogster, she's going to have to advance here. We need her in a better firing position. Now Gaga in a fine position to provide support to all of our troopers. This is going to be Jesse James' Overwatch from the rooftop. Good connect, solid hit from Jesse. Didn't bring the alien down, but it sure as hell didn't do him a whole lot of good. This guy's probably going to throw a grenade. Yeah, not unexpected. Throwing it at Red Brown, which actually is a little surprising. I was not expecting Red Brown to take that. This guy's then going to shoot at Red Brown. Yeah. So the Immortal Madman actually in quite a tough spot. That's 13 damage. Reb is badly injured. Probably going to need to draw back. Fortunately for Red Brown, he can't be killed by mortal weapons, but much like a Highlander, while he cannot be killed, he can be very, very grievously injured by those weapons. So it's a bit of a tough spot. We're gonna do, you know what? We're gonna take a risk here. This is not overly bright. First things first, though, we gotta find a surgeon. Where are you at, Chris Brown? We need your services, sir. So we're going to bring Chris Brown to here, and just to ensure that we have no sneaky-deaky seekers trying to pull any kind of untoward bullshit, particularly with Red Brown in such a vulnerable state, we don't want to take any chances. So we're going to throw down the battle scanner just to make sure ain't nobody sneaking up to probe our little tookuses. We're in a little vulnerable position. Tookus probing would be bad, so we're going to try and take any step necessary to minimize any probing of the Tookus.
Moving.
Jesse James is going to come down here. We're going to have him deliver a little bit of damage and destruction. Going to tend to favor... Ideally, we want to get both these guys wounded enough that we can try some captures. That turned out basically ideally, with the exception of that guy being a little more hurt than I would like.
No, damn it!
Who's panicking?
No!
Jesse James panicked on the rooftop. Okay, normally panic is reserved for discos, it's my understanding, but I guess we'll take what we can get. That is going to give Red Brown a capture opportunity, though. So old Reb's going to whip out the stun gun and take a poke at this navigator.
Subduing target.
Didn't get him.
Target is not disabled.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, actually. So that means Jean-Claude Van Damme. You know, actually our best capture opportunity is still on that unit. But let's see what Uncle Mel can do. I mean, he can kill that guy for sure. Yeah. Let's just have Uncle Mel kill him. This is easier. We only have the one capture attempt left, so it's best to just take it in our... We'll come back to you in a moment there, Uncle Mel. Probably when this capture fails, specifically, we'll be back for you as soon as that is done. So here, as soon as Sir Sidney fails this...
Say goodnight.
There you go.
The stun didn't work.
Yeah, we're kind of used to that. So it's up to Uncle Mel then to close out the book. There we go.
I'm out of firepower over here.
Uncle Mel closing that one off with a period, as one commonly does when ending a sentence. We're going to put a proximity mine down here, just to deter any aliens from exiting the building in that direction.
Watch your step.
And we would like Lady Gaga actually to reposition to a somewhat more defensible locale. Same for JCVD. He's going to go on Overwatch. And let's see what decides to come on out. Okay. So they sent in a Seeker wisely to eliminate the Overwatch. Pretty cleverly done, but Jean-Claude was ready for that shit. Jean-Claude not having any of that. Let's send Sir Sidney forward, have him take a peek in this door. Something is on Overwatch. That's not good.
I'm taking fire.
That was a pretty wide miss from the Muton. Looks like Sir Sidney's going to encounter a great deal of Overwatch here, though this is not good. Once again, the Mutons proving their wild inaccuracy. And yet a third time. Okay, that's just a Seeker. Honestly, if we had to get hit, the Seeker was the unit we would have picked to get to connect. Also, we have managed to eliminate pretty much all the enemies Overwatch. So we can send JCVD forward here, and he should have at least one reasonable shot. Yeah, he's got a real good shot at this Seeker right by the door. Didn't kill it, of course, but he did have a good shot at it. That's unfortunate. And we do have one overwatching unit right there. So we're going to bring Raleigh back at around. This probably will draw the Overwatch, but we really don't care. Actually, didn't even draw the Overwatch. So we're going to put another proximity... Oh, come on. Charlie Hunnam, you in these corners, I swear to God. We're going to put another proximity mine gun down there.
Proximity mine has been placed.
And if we can get Jesse James to sort of slow his freak out for a moment, we And we'll come back to that. We can get him to relax and calm himself. We'll bring him in and have him start chucking some grenades in to set those off. This may seem like a waste, but I'm still going to do it. I want the Seeker dead. Now that does make a very tempting position to have the aliens lob a grenade, which I probably should have thought of before moving Lady Gaga up into that position. But, you know, one of those things. I'm bad at XCOM. What do you want? I mean, I've said it again and again and again. I'm not really very good at this game. I make a lot of bad decisions. We're going to put Sir Sydney on Overwatch just to discourage any of those alien bastards from coming forward to throw a grenade. And similarly, Red Brown also going to go on Overwatch there. This is not unexpected. I was not expecting him actually to throw it at Charlie Hunt. Although it did set off Charlie's own proximity grenade, and we have been hosted. We've been hoisted on our own petard, folks. That's what we were hoping to do to the aliens, and, well, we got some blowback there. Oh, this is bad, bad, bad. The aliens, we should not have encouraged them to grenade us, because now they have a number of shots at fully exposed troopers. Jean-Claude Van Damme down in a heap. This is not good, folks. This is not good at all. Sir Sydney could come in and save the day. As could, since, well, alright. The aliens have done their damage. They took their shot. That was as good as it was going to get, and,
I'm on it.
it's time for them to pay it. Are you kidding me? Come on.
Incoming over here.
I can't believe that missed. That was incredibly lucky. But, well, you sons of bitches gotta pay. All of you. All y'all gonna burn.
Engaging hostiles with fire.
Yeah. See how that works? You don't use Charlie Hunnam's trick against him. No, sir, you do not. Charlie Hunnam does not stand for that shit. He does not, will not, and cannot stand for such bullshit tactics from you alien scum. Lady Gaga is going to drill this guy in the skull. Hit one, and couldn't quite finish him off. That's okay. Sir Sydney can likely get the job done. Somebody's going to have to scrape up Jean-Claude Van Damme off the pile of dirt where he's chosen to take a nap, but that's beside the point. We're going to see what our shot is like from here, and if it's not good enough, we will run and gun. 73% is acceptable. 73% is totally unacceptable, regardless of what I may have just said. That's completely unacceptable. It's probably going to be up to JC or Jesse James there to go for the guaranteed backup kill. I'd prefer to not have to use him if possible. Let's see if we can get Chris Brown a kill. It's been a while since Chris Brown has done anything of note. Also, I can't help but notice that once again, Chris Brown has sat peaceably by while someone was bleeding on the ground. Fortunately for us, we were able to get the Sky Ranger down to spatula Jean-Claude Van Damme up off the grill in time to get him back to base. Not pleased that JC is going to take a hit to his willpower, but let's face it, it wasn't doing us a whole lot of good anyway. A little bit of Tony Scott-style aircraft porn. Ghost old Reb Brown in the hospital for 24 days, as well as Jean-Claude for 34. On the plus side, we did get a promotion out of that, but it was Charlie Hunnam, which... Well, I guess the theory is you gotta promote something. Mayhem, aggression, not great. Damage control. Wow, the archer abilities at this level are fucking terrible. Those are bad. We're gonna go with Mayhem, actually. And very disappointed that we didn't get levels either for Reb Brown or Jesse Tool Pusher James. They both gotta be really close. Jesse James at least avoided the hospital for a change, which is a pleasant surprise for Jesse. We got a whopping 4 Illyrium out of that mission, and both of our stun attempts failed, so once again, we did not recover an alien weapon. Just can't seem to get any luck with those captures. Failure is the only option, apparently, when it comes to us and capturing aliens. But I digress. A successful mission is a successful mission, so we won't complain too much.
Remember,
115 credits and
watching.
2 less panic in Japan, and Optimus Prime assuring us once again that he is continually engaging in his voyeuristic habits. The guy is, I mean, Jesus, he's an inveterate sex criminal at this point. We really, really should report him. He's got to be on some kind of watch list somewhere. If he's not, it's a crime. But I think we'll go ahead and wrap things up, of course. Optimus Prime aside, his nefariousness knows no bounds, apparently. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more daily XCOM, consider subscribing as well. We'll see you again next time.